Some HOA fights start with shouting in angry letters. Mine started with a piece of bright orange tape slapped across my windshield. It was a warning that my car was illegally parked. The only problem, I was in my own assigned spot, the one clearly listed in my deed. But according to our new HOA president, that spot was suddenly reallocated for community efficiency. Her name was Denise, and she had just announced a new parking optimization plan that nobody ever voted on. Almost overnight, residents started getting tickets, fines, and towing threats. And, strangely, it was always the same people, the ones who had dared to question the recent hike in HOA fees. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. I started seeing unfamiliar cars parked perfectly in prime spots, no tickets, no warnings, while long-time residents were getting penalized for the tiniest mistakes, like being an inch over the line. I realized those cars belonged to people who didn't even live here. So, I decided to do a little digging. It turns out, the HOA had secretly signed a deal with a nearby office building. They were renting out our resident parking spots during the weekdays. The HOA collected all the money, and we, the residents, lost our parking. To hide it, Denise had labeled the profits on the budget as miscellaneous maintenance income. It was completely illegal, totally undisclosed, and absolutely not approved by a single homeowner. I gathered all the proof I could find. The original parking maps, the doctored financial statements, and the smoking gun, the contract Denise thought no one would ever see. Then, I sent one very calm, very detailed email to the entire neighborhood mailing list, attaching all the documents. Absolute chaos followed. The next morning, residents blocked the unauthorized cars from leaving. Everyone was demanding answers. An emergency meeting was called that night, and the room was packed with furious homeowners, all holding printed screenshots of the contract I had sent. Denise tried to backtrack. She stood up and claimed the whole thing was just a temporary trial. But temporary doesn't make it legal. She was voted out right then and there. The contract with the office building was immediately terminated, and every single fine was refunded. We even passed a new rule to permanently protect resident parking from any future optimization. My spot stayed mine. Denise's little power trip vanished overnight. And if you enjoy stories where HOA control games get completely dismantled by hard evidence, make sure you subscribe, because the next story is already parked and waiting. Thanks for watching.